Hi everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here for weatherweb.net. It's a look ahead video today on Wednesday 25th of November. We'll take a look at the outlook for the next 10 days or so. Now, as always, all your details for the next few days ahead are in the fast forecast video here at weatherweb.net. We start off though with a look at Friday's chart, quite an interesting one with an active cold front making its way slowly southeastwards across the country, and that bringing some heavy and squally bursts of rain. Some torrential bursts could be coming through with that as that front passes, at risk of some thunder mixed in at times as well, and slowly advancing its way eastwards as we go on into the afternoon. So that rain gradually turning up over Wales, western parts of England, and further into the evening moving more towards the Midlands and later on towards the east. Now, the reason for that cold front being very active as it comes in on Friday is quite a marked temperature contrast across the front as it moves in. Here's the temperatures then from 500 millibars, which is around 18,000 feet up in the atmosphere, and showing off early on Friday at around minus 16s, minus 17s at that height. But just watch as the day goes on as the much colder colours spread in from the northwest. So behind that front, you're looking at temperatures dropping down to below minus 27 to minus 30 at 500 millibars. So quite a marked temperature contrast, and that triggering those heavy and thundery bursts of rain along the front as it moves in. And those 850 temperatures falling away as well. This is around 5,000 feet in the atmosphere at this stage then, and that's around 6 and 7 Celsius early on in the day, but dropping away markedly as well, and across northern Scotland down to minus 6, minus 7 into the evening. So showers that follow turning increasingly wintry down to quite low levels for Scotland, Northern Ireland, even the Pennines. Now, Saturday brings further fronts in from the west, and that's producing more rain across western regions, across Scotland, Wales and northwest England. Some quite persistent heavy falls at times over these western hills and mountains, but generally lighter and patchier rain towards central and eastern areas, but gradually I think rain turning up for many areas through the day. Temperatures fairly cool, around 8s, 9s and 10s towards the south, 6s, 7s and 8s towards the north. Strong westerly winds as well, gusting gale force around exposed coasts and hills, and similar into Sunday, staying windy for many areas. We've got fronts again across the country pushing rain from west to east. Always most of the way of rain around these western hills of northern Britain. Patchy rain elsewhere, but generally small amounts getting towards central and southeastern parts. A little bit milder behind that warm front, temperatures up to 13 Celsius, cooler towards the north and east though, around 10 Celsius here. Into Monday, and strong to gale force west-southwesterly winds across the country, with fronts again moving their way in from the west, and rain once again persistent and heavy over western Scotland into western and northwestern parts of England and Wales, but looking still drier and brighter towards the southeast. And within that warm sector, very mild temperatures at 13s, maybe even 14s or 15s towards the eastern side of the Pennines. A bit cooler where rain is persistent towards the west though. Here's the 500 millibar chart then, showing the situation across Britain and the Atlantic, and quite a strong gradient north to south on the contour heights at 500 millibars, then showing that strong west-southwesterly flow. We'll run through from Monday of next week and just taking you through into that first few days of December. A strong westerly zonal flow in the pattern there. Just watch the little area of low pressure, lower heights effectively on this chart developing off eastern Canada and just spinning up in the mid-Atlantic, developing an area of surface low pressure and fronts, and that moving towards us into Wednesday, and the GFS model at least pushing that further in and being centred to the north of us is quite an active trough, and a strong southwesterly gradient across the country into Thursday. Just weakens a bit by the end of the week, but just watch out towards Greenland and towards the top of this map as we go into the following weekend around the 5th and the 6th, just trying to develop another quite active trough system in the North Atlantic. So looking like sticking with a pretty unsettled pattern even towards that first weekend of December and beyond. And as you might expect, that all tied in with a very strong jet stream as well. This starting through from Monday. These are the wind speeds at 30,000 feet in the atmosphere, so around 300 millibars at the pressure levels, and the centre of this jet core in the pink colours towards 150 knots or stronger. And that's through Tuesday, through into midweek to Wednesday, a strengthening jet stream across the Atlantic again, and staying with us even towards the back end of the week. As we saw, a bit of a lull towards late week, but reinvigorating itself again towards the weekend, and a strong and active jet stream developing over the Atlantic towards that weekend. So a pretty active period of weather looking likely there. And those rainfall totals really mounting up over the western hills and mountains. Western Scotland over the next week ahead could be getting well over 200 millimetres of rain, getting towards 100 millimetres over the Lake Districts and western hills of Wales too, but much lower totals towards the eastern side of the Pennines, could only be around 10 millimetres in that same time. A little bit more across central areas, could be getting towards 40-50 mil, just depending on where fronts are in the early and middle part of the week. And your temperature trends pretty much up and down as well. There's the relatively mild temperatures on Friday. There's the big dip behind that cold front. Becoming milder again as southwesterlies get in the early part of the new week through to around the 3rd of December, then taking a bit of a fall and generally cooler westerlies developing as we head further towards the 5th and 6th and beyond. But that brings you up to date with the outlook for the next 10 days or so. Thanks for watching this video here at weatherweb.net, and bye for now.